Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. Please take your seat and silence your cell phones. The convocation is about to begin. Just a quick note, we will be live streaming our ceremony today, so please remain alert for the possibility that you could appear on the Jumbotron or as part of the live stream broadcast. Also, at the end of the ceremony, the graduates will be exiting by these stairs. We ask that you please meet your graduate outside to avoid congestion in the hallway. Thank you. Please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my very great pleasure to present to you the School of Management and Labor Relations Class of 2023.
Please remain standing for the national anthem sung by the Rutgers Glee Club. American flags are located on the platform behind the platform party where you cannot see them. I think there's also one above me, so that's where you can look.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Beautifully done. Thank you. Not hearing it. I'm going to keep talking. Please be seated. Got it. So I'm Adrienne Eaton, the Dean of the School of Management and Labor Relations, and on behalf of President Jonathan Holloway, the University Administration, faculty, emeritus faculty, staff, and alums, I have the honor and pleasure of convening the 20th Convocation of the School of Management and Labor Relations, recognizing the class of 2023. Welcome. To begin our ceremony, I am delighted to have the opportunity to introduce Dr. Francine Conway, who is our Chancellor Provost. I have a long introduction for Fran, but she told me not to read it. I do want to just say a couple things. I think Fran has been amazing in putting together a really collaborative group of deans and is really a special collaborator and partner for all of the deans in helping to achieve excellence in their schools. And I just want to express my personal thanks for that. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Conway.
Thank you so much, Dean Eaton. I appreciate that short introduction. And a warm welcome to our guests, to our platform, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Board of Governors, and to our keynote speaker today, Shiloh Butterworth. Welcome. But most of all, I am so proud and humbled and honored to be here to welcome this brilliant class of 2023 School of Management and Labor Relations graduates. This ceremony is for you and for all that you've accomplished as members of the astonishingly innovative and inclusive community that is SMLR, or similar as we so affectionately call it. As students in this school, you have built cutting-edge skills and learned to think creatively about the resource management, labor relations, employment relations, and related fields, which have prepared you for success in today's rapidly changing world. And in so doing, you have enhanced the vibrant life of our campus community. You have made yourselves an indelible part of the Rutgers history, a living history that's more than 2.5 centuries old and will continue to endure. Let's also take a moment to pause and remember your village, the loving system that supported you throughout your academic journey. I refer, of course, to your parents and to the loved ones who have come here today and who, even those who cannot be here, that have stood behind you and helped to foster your success. Let's acknowledge our visiting parents, friends, and family. Now, as each of you prepare to step into a much larger world of new accomplishments and responsibilities, I'd like to offer a brief bit of inspiration, what I call the 5 lessons from an athlete, a scientist, an activist, an artist, and an inventor. First, the athlete, Venus Williams, one of the all-time great tennis players, and I quote, "I don't focus on what I'm up against. I focus on my goals and I try to ignore the rest." The meaning is simple. Turn your goals into a clear plan of action so you will not lose track of them. Write them down, prioritize, and create a timeline for achieving them. Next, the scientist, Charles Darwin. He said, "It is not the strongest that survive in our species, nor the most intelligent, but the ones that are responsive to change." The past few years have presented us with so many challenges. The pandemic, we deal with climate change, new horizons of technology and AI, ChatGPT. Your generation has been incredibly adaptive. As you remain flexible in an ever-changing world, please hold on to the core values that define who you are and that represent the best of our society. Now the activists, Clara Barton, the civil rights worker, a Civil War nurse, and a humanitarian who founded the American Red Cross. And she said, "I have an almost complete disregard for precedent and a faith in the possibility of something better. It irritates me to be told how things have always been done. I defy the tyranny of precedent. I go for anything new that might improve the past. There are things in this world that cry out for change, injustice, the degradation of society. Find the things that you want to change and change them." Next, the artist, Isamu Noguchi, the sculptor, landscape architect, and designer, whose work can be found around the world. And he said, I am not an artist in the sense that I approach my work as a profession. I'm a self-employed, dedicated worker to my labor, applying my energies to the task in the same way as a blacksmith or stonecutter. Noguchi accomplished so much because he kept himself disciplined rather than simply waiting for inspiration to come. And finally, the inventor, James Dyson, inventor of the vacuum cleaner that bears his name, and he said, I made 5,127 prototypes for my vacuum cleaner before I got it right. There were 5,126 failures. That's how I come up with a solution. To me, this means we must hold on to the wonder and curiosity that compels us to follow our dreams and keep that spark of joy even when failure frustrates us. Dear students, I am so impressed with all that you've accomplished, and it is breathtaking to think about what you will do. You are joining the ranks of over 600,000 Rutgers alumni who are making a difference across the world and within our country. Someday, perhaps someone like me will be standing here quoting you and citing your success story on a stage like this. Thank you for choosing Rutgers as your academic home, and thank you for choosing to make an impact on our beloved community. Your work enriches all. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Conway, for your remarks. She needs to move on to another event. Today, we celebrate the outstanding academic accomplishments of this year's graduating class. Achieving your degree is the culmination of a lot of hard work, persistence, and sacrifice. As Fran referenced, many of you were here during the darkest days of the pandemic, and so it is especially for those of you, and I'm sorry, I skipped something. Days of the pandemic, so making progress along your academic journey has required an additional level of resilience and perseverance to reach the goals that we celebrate with you today. As you hear your name called this afternoon, a little later, I hope you will experience a great sense of personal pride and satisfaction in all that you have accomplished to get here, especially those of you, and you know who you are, who have taken many, many years to do it. We are tremendously proud to have you as students and are equally proud now to acknowledge your achievements as you become graduates of the School of Management and Labor Relations at Rutgers, the State University of New Jersey. I'd like now to thank our exceptional faculty. They represent the country's leading faculty in human resource management and labor studies and employment relations, and are among the best in the world. Truly, they are. They are a large part of the reason why you chose to study at our school, why you've persisted, and why I am proud to serve as dean here. So would the faculty please rise? Please join me in a round of applause for the faculty. Thank you. I'd also like to acknowledge our senior leadership team here at the school, comprised of our executive committee, program directors, and chairs. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. So each will stand and then sit and try to hold off on clapping till we're done. Rebecca Greenbaum, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Elaine Stroud, Associate Dean for Finance and Administration. Tracy Chang, Associate Dean for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Mingwei Liu, Associate Dean for Research. Len Garrison, our new Assistant Dean for Student Services. Dana Britton, Chair of Labor Studies and Employment Relations Department. Michael Sturman, Chair of the Human Resource Management Department. Jessica Methot, Director of the PhD Program in Industrial Relations and Human Resources. Paula Voos, Academic Program Director for Labor Studies and Employment Relations. Ryan Greenbaum, Director of the Undergraduate Program in Human Resource Management. Hadi El-Far, Director of the Online Professional Master's Program in Human Resource Management. Dave Ferrio, Director of the Master's Program in Human Resource Management. And then Fran Ryan, Director of the Master's Program in Labor and Employment Relations. So now you can applaud. We also have a number of special guests seated on the platform who I'd like to introduce. Welcome. Thank them for joining us and then introduce them. So Kevin Egan from the Board of Governors. Kevin. George Rears from the Board of Trustees, Emeritus. Shiloh Butterworth, who is our speaker, and we'll be introducing him in more detail in a little bit. Tracy Ng, President of the School of Management and Labor Relations Alumni Association, who you also hear from later this afternoon. I'd also like to acknowledge our marshals and gonfalon bearers, all of whom are alumni of our school. So be thinking about whether this is something you'd like to do for us in the future. Janice DeLella, Master of Labor and Employment Relations, Class of 2010, and Master of Human Resource Management, Class of 2011. Melissa Daniel, over here, Bachelor of Arts in Labor Studies, Class of 2000, and Master of Labor and Employment Relations, Class of 2001. Quadria Tankard, Bachelor of Science in Labor and Employment Relations, Class of 2013, and Master of Labor and Employment Relations, Class of 2015. Legna Cabrera, Masters of Labor and Employment Relations 2005, sorry, Legna. Legna's a last-minute substitute, so she's written in here. Sean Jackson, Bachelor of Arts in Human Resource Management, Class of 2022. I was going to say to Sean, and I'm going to add this now for Legna, you notice the others all have 2 degrees, so we're expecting that second degree from y'all. Please join me in recognizing our special guests, our marshals, and our gonfalon bearers with a round of applause. I'd like to acknowledge our school's State Advisory Council members for taking the time to share their expertise in service of the school. Members of the council are actually listed in your program, but I'd like to provide a special thanks to a member of the council, Lisa Charles, who is in attendance today. Thank you, Lisa. I'd also like to thank members of the School of Management and Labor Relations Alumni Association, not just Tracy, but there are others here as well, and thank you for all that you do for the school and for our graduates. And last, but certainly not least, I'd like to thank all of the staff of the School of Management and Labor Relations who support our students and do all the work that they do, along with those who worked so hard, especially to make today's event possible. And I particularly want to thank Ginny Boccaccio and Laura Wakowiak, but also all the other staff who are here today in particular. So let's give them a round of applause. And then let's also thank all the staff for Jersey Mike's Arena who are here today helping us to make this a success. As a professional school and as part of Rutgers University, service is an important part of our mission. So as such, I would like to acknowledge and show our appreciation for all our graduate and audience members here today who have exemplified a particular type of service to our country. This thank you has a little bit of a special meaning for me this year when my family became a military family for the first time. This is probably going to surprise some of my colleagues, but my son married his fiancée this year and she just completed officer training for the Naval Reserve. So again, special meaning for me. So would all those who have served and either have served or are currently serving in the U.S. Armed Forces please stand and be recognized, and everyone else join me in thanking and applause. Thank you. We're getting there. Before we turn to honoring our graduates, I want to acknowledge all the family members. So I'm going to repeat something that Fran already did, but I think it's important and worth doing. I want to acknowledge all of the family members, partners, friends, supporters who've traveled today to share in this ceremony, as well as those who are watching the live stream. Thank you for the love and support you have given your students throughout their academic career at the School of Management and Labor Relations. Thank you for sharing your loved ones with us. We know you are very proud of them, and we are glad to have you here with us today to help us celebrate their achievements. I would like to again invite our graduates to join me in a round of applause, recognizing your loved ones for their support. At this time, I'd like to invite our two student speakers to approach the platform. We are very proud of the contributions of our students here at the School of Management and Labor Relations, and we have a tradition of recognizing student excellence by inviting their participation in the ceremony itself. This year, we have selected two students representing our master's programs, Tiffany Adams and Robert Lovich Jr. That's right. We've invited them to address the convocation. To learn more about them, please refer to the student speaker bios and the convocation program booklet. Our first student speaker is Tiffany Adams, who is receiving a master's degree in HR management. Please join me in welcoming Tiffany to the podium.
Good afternoon, dear Dean Eden, honored professors, distinguished administrators, faculty, staff, family, friends, and guests. It is a huge honor to be standing here today as a representative of the graduating class of 2023. This program has given me a new outlook on the role of HR, its transformation, and where HR is headed in the future. It has prepared me to think critically and strategically to address challenging business problems from an HR perspective. Along with my education, the program has led me to regain something valuable and necessary to continue to take my career journey to greater heights, which is confidence in myself. My path to HR was not a straightforward one. I started with different temp jobs and was hired as a recruiting specialist from one of those positions. Looking back to March 5th, 2019, I remember attending a Rutgers MHRM admissions open house, meeting Professor Dave Ferriero and receiving a warm welcome with the staff taking the time to answer my questions as I gathered more information. However, I was not confident my credentials were strong enough for admissions. At this time, I had also applied for a new role in employee relations, but ended up not getting it. The position was given to someone working on their master's. I followed up with Professor Ferriero, advocated for myself, and applied. I wanted to gain more knowledge and deepen my exposure within other HR functions because I did not want to be limited to roles as a career recruiter. I was thrilled to be accepted by the program and thus began my grad school journey. Since the start of my new student orientation, I knew I belonged here. Fast forward to now, if someone would have told me the result would be maintaining a 4.0 GPA while working full-time, taking evening classes part-time, joining the RU Sherm graduate chapter, then later leading the organization as president, winning a National Student Chapter Superior Merit Award, serving as a teacher assistant for an undergraduate class, and transitioned to 4 different job opportunities over the course of the program, I would not have believed you. However, all this did not happen overnight. Over the course of 3 years, I created a slow momentum to build a solid foundation of experience plus education that has led me to this very moment. I want to give a special shout out to Professor Dave Ferriero for seeing my potential and admitting me into the program. Thank you to all my professors, family, and friends who graciously supported my academic endeavors. I hope I made you proud. As I aspire to take on new, more strategic roles in HR, I am proud to be able to advocate and implement better experiences and resources for others. I know what it's like looking for a job, facing constant rejection, while seeking a rewarding career. With every opportunity that I received, while it may not have been the best job, I always gained valuable experience and learned a lot from it. I challenge you to go into the opportunities that await you with a learning mindset. As the graduating class of 2023, today we walk away with more than just a piece of paper. Today, we defined our own success. We showed up, we understood the assignment, and mastered it. During the onset, midst, and post-pandemic, we learned to continue to refine ourselves, hone new skills, polish our existing skills, and continue to transform ourselves into more qualified and competent strategic HR professionals. However, now is not the time to rest on our laurels. As we are ending a long pandemic, we are facing a multitude of HR-related organizational challenges, the rise of artificial intelligence, and a very competitive job market with massive layoffs. However, this should not deter us. We are now better equipped with tackling Black Swan events and assessing the economic and labor workforce changes through strategic measures like SWOT and PESTEL analyses, data analytics, the 5 Bs, and SMPTE, to better understand what our game is to win, where we want to play, and how we are going to emerge victorious. I will leave you with 4 takeaways that have continuously helped me in my journey. Number 1, advocate for yourself. Number 2, have a goal and start small. Number 3, slowly take on more responsibility and push yourself. And number 4, be a continuous learner. Everything is a process. Everything can be broken down and simplified into small, achievable steps to get to a greater goal with the right mindset, tools, and frameworks. It is very much indeed a journey, not a marathon. Today, we hold our heads high as our time at Rutgers as students come to an end and new possibilities and opportunities await us in the workforce. Change is happening fast. It is relentless and it's inevitable. It is our job to adapt and keep learning. If we anticipate what the future is like, be decisive, and execute, I believe we will be better positioned to overcome our next set of obstacles and challenges thrown at us. Obtaining our degree in HR management, achievement unlocked. On to the next level. Congratulations to my fellow MHRM graduates and all members of the class of 2023. Thank you.
Nicely done, Tiffany. Thank you. Our second student speaker, Robert Lovich, is receiving a master's degree in labor and employment relations. Please join me in welcoming Robert to the podium.
Fellow graduates, Dean Eaton, esteemed faculty members, and distinguished guests. Today marks a special milestone in our lives. As we come together to share this occasion, it is with great pride that we celebrate our graduation from Rutgers University. For me, this day is especially meaningful as I am a non-traditional student completing my master's degree in labor and employment relations. As a student, father, and employee, I've had to balance academic, family, and work responsibilities. However, the challenges that I face have only strengthened my resolve to complete this degree. I am proud to stand before you today as an example that it is never too late to pursue our dreams, and that with perseverance and dedication, we can achieve our goals. It was definitely more difficult starting this journey during the pandemic, and I experienced much more stress in my life, as did my fellow students, family, and coworkers. I have the support of my daughter, Katrina, who is also enrolled at Rutgers University and is studying Human Resource Management at SMLR. During our time at Rutgers, we've been taught the importance of critical thinking, effective communication, and ethical leadership. These skills will not only help us in our professional lives, but also in our personal lives at Rutgers University and as we navigate the challenges that we face. We've worked tirelessly to get to this point, and it is a testament to our determination and perseverance that we are standing here today, ready to take on the world. We have overcome countless obstacles, juggled multiple responsibilities, and sacrificed so much to make it to this moment. But today, we celebrate all of the hard work and dedication that has brought us here. Our education at Rutgers has prepared us to make a positive impact on society. We have learned about the importance of labor laws, the role of unions, and the significance of social justice in the workplace. It is our responsibility to take what we have learned and use it to create a more equitable and just society. As we move forward, let us not forget the people who have supported us along the way. Our families, friends, and loved ones have been our pillars of strength and support, and without them, we would not have made it to this point. As we look to the future, I encourage my fellow graduates to use the knowledge and skills we've gained during our time at Rutgers to make a positive impact on the world, and I have no doubt they will do just that. We are living in an era where workers' rights are constantly under threat, where income inequality is on the rise, and where social justice is far from reality. We must use what we have learned to address these issues and make the world a better place. The world we live in is constantly changing, and as we embark on this new chapter in our lives, we must be willing to adapt and evolve. We must be willing to embrace new ideas, take risks, and learn from our mistakes. At times, we may fail, but we will never give up. From here, there are many possibilities for my future and what I will do with that future. In the meantime, I will continue to learn, forge bonds with my community, and always work to create a better version of myself. Franklin D. Roosevelt once said, "The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little." This quote speaks to the heart of labor and employment relations, highlighting the need for equity and justice in the workplace. As graduates in this field, we have a responsibility to ensure that all workers are treated fairly and with dignity, and that everyone has access to the resources they need to thrive. Finally, I'd like to express my gratitude to the faculty and staff at the Labor and Employment Relations Department for the unwavering support and dedication. I would also like to congratulate my fellow graduates for their outstanding achievements. We have worked hard to get to this point, and it is a day that we will remember for the rest of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2023, we did it.
Well done, Robert, thank you. We will now be treated to a performance of The Bells Must Ring and the Rutgers Alma Mater, sung again by the Rutgers Glee Club.
Marchmen of Rutgers, down the field today, march to another sport, forward to the fray. Fight, men of Rutgers, as in days gone by. Fight for the scarlet flag over the rest must fly. Keep Rutgers colors to the fore, for they must win, so fight, fight, fight. And we'll advance some more to score. The Rutgers flag flies high tonight. All right, we'll fling the scarlet banner out. And Rutgers men will fight, 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 fight. The bells of Queens each victory shout. The bells of Queens must ring tonight. Are you rah, rah? Are you rah, rah? Ooh! red team, upstream, rock, Rutgers, rock, keep Rutgers colors to the fore, for they must win, so fight, 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 and we'll advance some more to score. The Rutgers flag flies high tonight, all right, we'll fling the scarlet banner out, and Rutgers men will fight, 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 the bells of Queens each victory shout, the bells of Queens must ring tonight.
Would you all stand for the singing of the alma mater?
From far and near we came to Rutgers, and resolved to learn all that we can. And so we settled down in that noisy college town on the banks of the old Raritan. On the banks of the old Raritan, my friends, where old Rutgers evermore shall stand. For has she not stood since the time of the flood on the banks of the old Raritan? Then sing aloud to alma mater, and keep the scarlet in the van. For with the motto high, Rutgers' name shall never die on the banks of the old Raritan. On the banks of the old Raritan, my friends, where old Rutgers evermore shall stand. For has she not stood since the time of the flood on the banks of the old Raritan? On the banks of the old Raritan, my friends, where old Rutgers evermore shall stand. For has she not stood since the time of the flood on the banks of the old Raritan?
Thank you to the Glee Club. That was great. Now I'm delighted to welcome our Convocation speaker, Shiloh Butterworth. Shiloh is the Oregon Region Leader and Chief People Officer at PAE Consulting Engineers, where he oversees the employee experience, learning and development, and operations, and also serves on the PAE Board of Directors. He's also a technical advisor to the International Living Futures Institute as a champion and partner for organizational equity. Shiloh is a transformational thought leader on people, performance, organizational culture, and employee engagement, and is passionate about bringing servant leadership to the workplace to help others thrive. Shiloh graduated summa cum laude from the School of Management and Labor Relations in 2015 with a bachelor's degree in labor and employment relations and a certificate in workplace diversity. He is also a decorated combat veteran, leading multiple infantry companies with the U.S. Army during Operation Iraqi Freedom, earning 2 Bronze Stars and a Valorous Unit Award. He retired from military service in 2015. We are really proud to call Shiloh one of our own as a similar alum, and it is my pleasure to invite him to speak now, today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dean Eaton, distinguished guests, faculty, veterans, alumni, friends and family of our graduates, and most importantly, to the graduating class of 2023, good afternoon, and thank you for having me here today. In September 2011, I was working in an underground top-secret facility for the Operations Division of U.S. Army Pacific in Hawaii. I received a phone call from my assignment manager in Northern Virginia. He congratulated me on being accepted to teach military leadership for the U.S. Army and asked if I would be open to taking a position at Rutgers University. I wanted to pursue another college degree and give back to the Army by teaching and mentoring the next generation of leaders. To be honest, I knew of Rutgers, but not much. Growing up on the West Coast and never having lived in the Northeast, I wasn't sure what part of New Jersey Rutgers University was located. I wasn't sure if it was a public or private institution. I knew of Rutgers largely because of Coach Greg Schiano and all the success of the Rutgers football program beginning in the early 2000s. Rutgers was all over ESPN, frequently mentioned during the NFL drafts, and James Gandolfini, Rutgers alumnus and star of the hit HBO show The Sopranos, seemed to always be around the university and athletics during the height of the famous HBO show. Well, that was enough for me to become a Scarlet Knight. So the Army sent my orders to relocate and report to Rutgers University effective August 2012. Yes, you are hearing that right. I asked the Army to send me from Hawaii to New Jersey. We left the slow pace, the perfect weather, roads free of potholes, free of tolls, and literally the friendliest drivers in the world for New Jersey. What we found here on the banks and at the School of Management and Labor Relations was something very special. Yes, a noisy college town, but also a wonderful university filled with talented educators that are helping to equip young people to be able to shape a better tomorrow for themselves and for the rest of the world. We found an incredibly diverse student population filled with students eager for success in life. There's a tectonic shift happening right in front of us, both here in the United States and across the globe. Another great transformation, evolution, and in some ways, revolution. Our world is being set on a new path. This shift will continue to create new challenges and new opportunities. It has already begun to shape many aspects of life, impact the world of work, and will continue to do so for many years to come. The world is on a path that will likely see the end of the fossil fuel era during your lifetime and usher in a new era of renewable, sustainable energy with a reduced carbon footprint. With this shift, we can expect to see revolutionary changes in economics, from traditional linear economics of buying many things new, using them, and throwing them away, to a more circular economic trajectory, where we buy some things new, but the bulk of our purchases are coming from products that are repurposed again, and again. This tectonic shift will continue to have evolutionary effects on nearly every other industry. Take the auto industry, for example. Beyond the evolutionary shift from combustion engines to electric vehicles, we are already seeing energy companies completely disrupt the auto industry in ways the industry never anticipated. Most auto manufacturers have been in business to sell the most cars, to sell more cars than the competition, or to have a car in every American driveway. Tesla is in business to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. An energy company has completely disrupted the auto industry. The world is just now beginning to understand what that true disruption really is. The days of auto manufacturers producing 20 or more different car and truck models every single year will likely come to an end over the next 10 years. Tesla changed the game. To stay competitive, auto manufacturers need to produce far fewer car and truck models than they have in generations to become much more efficient in production than they are today and to lower costs for themselves and for the consumer. The expansive choice of make and model consumers used to have in the car buying process is shifting to far greater technological choices on a much smaller lineup of cars to buy. What else can you expect? Experts are predicting that the world's population will double again by the year 2060. They're predicting another large migratory shift around the world from rural living to more urban living. And some experts are even predicting that your generation will be the first whose children begin to live to be 100 years old. Change like this does inspire some questions. How will labor unions adapt to these changes? What new skill sets and competencies will human resource departments have to hire and train for? What labor laws need to be written, passed, and revisited to enable, assist, and protect workers both today and in the future? Is there a path for shared prosperity for all? Half of all working Americans don't take their full complement of vacation days each year. Who among you will be inspired to tackle this issue and help bring more balance to life here in America? The good news is that all of you are prepared by way of your education at the School of Management and Labor Relations. You've learned about how employment, law, opportunity, and equality can shape a better tomorrow for everyone. The quest for healthy tension between employer and employee will never end. The laws of competition, self-interest, and productivity will always be there for you to question, reshape, and improve. Your generation is entering a world of work during a time when evolutionary and revolutionary change on a grand scale. As with every generation before you, a lot will be asked of you. Ushering in change can be a bit overwhelming. With all the other things going on around the world, it's reasonable to be uncertain and to sometimes question where humanity is headed. Given how the news tends to focus on the negative and how challenging incremental change can be to see, we can miss out on how far we've come and how our world is largely changing for the better. My grandmother is 96 years old. At the beginning of her lifetime, America was transitioning out of one of the worst pandemics in world history and out of the Great Depression, with really no such thing as paid vacation, no protected leave, no paid sick time, no paid maternity leave, and no paid holidays. Today we have many paid holidays, many types of paid leave, protected leave, paid sick time, paid vacations, and even some paid sabbaticals. Today employees can even choose their own religious holidays as their paid holidays with some employers. And during my grandmother's lifetime, life expectancy here in the US increased by 10 years. My mother is in her late 60s. When she was in middle school, nearly 40% of the world's population was illiterate. 25% of the children in the world died by the age of 15, and 50% of the world lived in extreme poverty. Fast forward to today, and 86% of the world is now literate. Today, only 4% of children die by the age of 15, and only 8% of the world now lives in extreme poverty. How about my generation? When I was in elementary school, HIV and AIDS seemed to have a nearly 100% mortality rate, and there wasn't such a thing as living with HIV or AIDS. Death came very quickly. AIDS-related deaths peaked nearly 20 years ago in 2004. And since 2010, the death rate has come down another 68%. Our generation grew up on growing concerns about the hole in the Earth's ozone layer. What was once another potentially scary thing for humanity, the Earth's ozone is now on path to not only recover in 20 years, but to be fully repaired by the year 2066. We began having concerns about population and the food needed to feed a growing global population. Today, the world throws away 30% more food than it actually needs. A country the size of Maryland is now the second largest exporter of food in the world behind the United States. The Netherlands, an incredibly small country, is helping to feed much of Europe. They've leveraged innovation, science, and technology to help create a better tomorrow. And they're doing so with far less energy, less water, and far less land. What about your generation? What roles will you have in shaping our world for a better tomorrow? Rutgers University isn't just revolutionary because of the timeline of our university's founding. It's revolutionary because of how its graduates are prepared and respond to the challenges and opportunities new revolutions bring. In closing, you're now given your last assignment here at Rutgers. Your assignment is both a group and individual project. Your assignment isn't due today, tomorrow, next week, next month, or even next year. It's due many, many, many years from now on the very last day of your life. Leave our planet, better than you found it, leave people better than you find them, and leave our university better than it is today. To the class of 2023, congratulations. We wish you the very best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiloh, for that future-looking and optimistic speech. We really appreciate it. Many undergraduate students choose to take advantage of the two broad perspectives on work and employment offered here at the School of Management and Labor Relations by majoring in both labor studies and human resource management. Double majors only walk across the stage once, but we would like to recognize them now for their extra effort and dedication to our school. So would all of our SMLR double majors please stand to be recognized and congratulated? And don't forget, you can come back and do a master's degree, or two. You can sit. Thank you. I'd now like to recognize our students who have achieved honors within the School of Management and Labor Relations. Our master's students wearing gold cords have completed coursework for their respective degrees with a 4.0 GPA. Very impressive. For our undergraduate students, those wearing white or gold cords have been recognized as graduating summa cum laude or magna cum laude for attaining a cumulative GPA of 3.7 or higher. You're going to be tested about all these different kinds of honors at the end of this. We have a lot of different ways to recognize excellence. We also have a number of students who have earned regular cum laude honors for having a cumulative GPA of at least 3.5. Can hold off on that one. Our undergraduate students wearing excellence pins have been granted departmental honors for completing the coursework for their majors with a GPA of 3.7 or higher. One more. Finally, students wearing Wedgwood blue and gold cords earned their honors through the completion of a thesis. Now let's clap for everybody who's done these exceptional work. And now we turn to the primary reason we are all here this afternoon, the awarding of degrees to the distinguished class of 2023. Let me remind you that your degrees will be official after they are formally conferred at the university-wide commencement tomorrow, and of course you're all welcome to that commencement. Today we proudly acknowledge each of your individual achievements. You get a chance to walk across the stage and hear your name. Graduates, as you approach the platform, you will be given a hand, one of these, and you will share a high five tap with me for the photographer here. So as your name is called, you walk across the stage, you will have your photo taken with me, and you'll tap with others along the way. And we'll be sure to capture that moment. So stop when you get over here on this side, please. So I now ask the director of the PhD program in Industrial Relations and Human Resources, Jessica Methot, and student counselors Rebecca Tinkham and Talia Schenk to please take their places. Our PhD students were honored yesterday in the hooding ceremony for the School of the Graduate Studies, which is a lovely ceremony, but we're going to honor them again today, and you can see their dissertation titles listed in the Convocation program booklet. Jessica.
Will the candidates for the PhD in Industrial Relations and Human Resources please rise? Dean Eaton, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates for the PhD in Industrial Relations and Human Resources. I now ask the doctoral candidates to approach the stage. Graduates, please bring your cards with you. Sue Chan. Shuqing Fan. Jungwook Kim.
Hanbo Shim. Bulin Zhang.
Congratulations, graduates with a PhD in Industrial Relations and Human Resources. I now ask the Director of the Masters of Labor and Employment Relations Program, Francis Ryan, Assistant Teaching Professor Tequila Naik, and Student Counselor Talia Shank to please take their places.
Will the candidates for the Master of Labor and Employment Relations degree please rise? Dean Eaton, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Labor and Employment Relations. I now ask the Marshal to lead the candidates to the stage. Graduates, please bring your card with you.
Robert D. Lovich. Ashlyn Cherie Brown.
Charlie Brown D. Lewis.
Ryan Joseph Chordosh. Nancy Gomes Carvalho. Rhonda C. Lyles. Shona A. Grimes.
Caitlin Taylor Merritt. Rukia MacArthur. Marissa Miller. Victoria Donise Morris. Derek Joseph Pieri. Sharon T. Randall. Spencer John Shimmick. Carla Vasquez DeGiovanni. Anthony D. Williams. Alan Williams.
Matthew A. Aramayo.
Leah R. Thomas.
Congratulations, Master of Labor and Employment Relations graduates. Dave has beaten me to the punch here. Dave Ferriero is at the other podium, and also Hadi Alfar I asked to join him, and student counselors Rebecca Tinkham and Allison Kushner also take their places, please.
Will the candidates for the Master of Human Resource Management degree please rise? Dean Eaton, it is our pleasure to present to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Human Resource Management. We ask now the Marshal to lead the candidates to the stage. Graduates, please bring your card with you.
Tiffany Adams. Munaza Alamdar. Olivia Marie Ambriano. Taylor and Anna Pete. Milagros Y. Arajo. Janelle Safia Atwell.
Congratulations.
Michael Battaglio. Isha Bargava.
Congratulations.
Rohit Reddy Birudavalu. Geraldine Junie Boisrand. Ashley R. Byrne.
Good job.
Melanie J. Camacho.
Congratulations. Yeah, she did.
Ife I. Campbell. Olivia A. Caputo. Yvette Rebecca Carmichael. Patrick Chan. Xingyi Chen. Prashanthi Mahalakshmi Cherakupali. Quadisha Daniels. Jordana Doss. Gaurav Deshpande. Christine Elizabeth Dugan. Alexander C. Esposito. Megan Rose Frederick. Samantha E. Gardaki. Anthony M. Gerbino. Brian C. Gomez. Claudia Guevara. Elise Isaac. Yash Khurana. Jennifer N. Holt. Songchul Huang. Wayne T. Hilton.
Hey.
Jiyawe Zhang.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Shivani Karne. Parneet Kaur. Anjana Katwani.
Congratulations.
Laura Connect. Jasana Lami Shane. Stephanie M. Lazo Fernandez. Dong Hee Lee. Grace Lee. Ihan Guo. Shichang Lee.
Xavier Malloy. Desiree A. McSullah. Yvonne J. Madrano. Richie Mehra. Sanchali Mukherjee. Jeremy Myers. Nathan Joseph Nassif.
Hey, congratulations, buddy.
Kenichi O. Najiafor. Nicolette Rose Noto. Seung Hee Oh. Rachel Wander Mitchell.
Congratulations.
Shivani Patel. Ethan Rasak.
Hey, Ethan, nice job.
Ariana Reuter.
Congratulations.
Maria Robles.
Congratulations, Maria.
Nadia Persad. Jessica B. Siney.
How you going, Jessica?
Shazia Sheikh.
Hey, congratulations.
Samantha Rosamilia.
Samantha.
Rima A. Shaith.
Congratulations.
Remy N. Sirk.
Congratulations.
Daniela A. Pontoriero.
Congratulations.
Morgan A. Shinkinus Pascal.
Congratulations, Morgan.
Marcelina Rigoli.
Congratulations.
Lindsay P. Steinbach.
Congratulations.
Isha Tarek. Vincent Thierry.
Hey, Vince. Congratulations.
Mariani Torres. Athiksha Vagani.
Congratulations.
Michaela A. Wilson.
Congratulations.
Isabel V. Wood Quiones.
Hey.
Lynette Adomako Kwapang.
Congratulations, Lynette.
Jose A. Yumiguano.
Congratulations, Masters of Human Resource Management graduates. Director of the Master of Labor and Employment Relations Program, Fran Ryan, has taken his place, so I ask him to be joined by Talia Shank and Anuja Rivera also to take their places.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Labor and Employment Relations and the Bachelor of Arts in Labor Studies and Employment Relations please rise? Dean Eaton, it is my pleasure to present to you these candidates. I now ask the marshals to please lead the Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Arts candidates to the stage. Graduates, please bring your card with you.
Rose Adu. Yelisabeth Alicea.
Kenia Y. Aneruba.
Iman J. Anwar, double major in Human Resource Management. Irene Arroyo. Brianne Ashiola. Virginia I. Arroyo. Jeanette Ayala. Jacob R. Bean. Messiah R. Blue. Cassandra M. Brown. Sydney A. Brown, double major in Human Resource Management. Leandra M. Kane. Sarah Christensen. Diana Patricia Cifuentes. Sofia Cortez Gonzalez. Thomas Jeffrey Scoville Kramer. Lawrence B. Davenport. James J. Davidson. Alyssa M. DeCaro. Erides Diaz. Quincy Doobie. Shiloh Estacio Tui. Juliana Fagundes Barsi. Dante Figueroa. Zanab Hashmi, double major in Human Resource Management.
Kira Q. McMullen.
Yongting He, double major in Human Resource Management. Jad Hijazi. Dion L. Jennings. Liala A. Joseph. Carlo W. Kalish Chalai. Misty Lamons. Cynthia Lewis. Rosa Angelica Limaimanta. David Logan.
Maria Belen Marin Carabajo. Diana Mendoza. Valerie Miranda Chinchilla. Sawyer Q. Obrupta. John B. O'Hara. Melanie N. Panama. Sonny Pizzella. Anna Reyes. Orliz A. Schmidt, double major in Human Resource Management. William Charles Sheehan. Erin Elizabeth Sprague, double major in Human Resource Management. Michelle A. Zuh. Adam David Richland.
Sarah M. Hanasevich.
Awa Sidibe. Suhaida Turunk, double major in Human Resource Management. Najee Wooden. Elena L. Zambrowski.
Deborah Sanya.
Elizabeth B. Ali. Chris Kambara. Hansley Seneskar. Sebastian Michael Chiaramonti, double major in History, Political Science, and Human Resource Management. Kavyasri Chigurupati, double major in Political Science. Abigail Mary Clemson, double major in Political Science. Fanya Sophia Hoffman. William Nicholas Janzer. Robert A. Caniard, double major in Labor Studies and Employment Relations.
Brianna Maria Montañez. Patrice M. Ward. Kayana Tanae Yates. Naya N. Rishashi Vialva.
Congratulations, bachelor students, graduates. Sorry. Now I'm going to ask the director of the undergraduate program in Human Resource Management, Ryan Greenbaum, and student counselors Grace Tien and Joy Monteroro to take their places.
All right. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree in Human Resources Management please rise? Dean Eaton, it is my pleasure to present you these candidates. I now ask the marshal to please lead the Bachelor of Arts graduates to the stage. Graduates, please bring your card with you.
Ariba Ahmad, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Taylor Aldridge. Victor R. Almonte Maloon. Lena H. Ali, double major in human resource management. Anam Anwar Du. Isha Assad. Adriana K. Ayala. Mia Beeman, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Jessica Lynn Beneducci, double major in psychology. Marvin J. Bernardo. McKenna Byer. Devin Britton, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Mahogany A. Bullock. Christina Kaba. Daniel Cabrera, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Matthew Carey. Courtney N. Carr. Rachel Cajion, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Kihan Chen, double major in economics. Zucha Chen. Yuying Chen. Rebecca E. Cohn. Lavanya Kolapancheri Rajagopalan, double major in economics. Melissa M. Cordova. Christina Correo. Adam C. Crawford. Richard Cruz. Samantha M. Cruz. Shannon Riley Cuttinello. Ebony M. Davis, double major in psychology. Jormari P. Dominguez, double major in criminal justice. Troy Estelle. Cindy Duran. Ashley R. Guzman. Laurel Alyssa Dukovitz. Aneori V. Familia. Kelly Patrick Duffy. Alondra Filpo, double major in political science. Bryn Valerie Fletcher. Gianna Nicole Davidson, double major in psychology. Sophia C. Franculo. Ava Ginefra. Anna Sophia Geiner. Shirley Duran Palacios, double major in human resource management. Nicholas Grossi. Matthew Hanna. Joseph Hayek. Farah Helmi. Sarah Habib. David J. Ives. David S. Johansson. Christopher Y. Kim, Jr. Samantha L. Gural. Lisa Marie Kari. Claire Ibrahim, double major in psychology. Rebecca Kang. Nicholas Kim. Jessica R. Havich. Cheyenne T. Knight. Lane Klimak, double major in human resource management.
Heather Knapp.
Sabrina Kupa, double major in human resource management.
Brian Katz.
Caitlin Jalon Kuchik. Aisha Khan. Madison Kozlowski, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Cynthia Leong, double major in psychology. Diane Loacy, double major in Labor Studies and Employment Relations. Serena Lee. June Lee. Seon Rachel Lee.
Aaron Hunter M. Mielke. Kyle McCormick. Anna Marku, double major in psychology. Noor Nasir, double major in psychology. Rebecca Jolie Nitty, double major in psychology. Easterlyn Orillis, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Yannick T. Okunola. Divin T. Pender. Jihad Keon Price. Catherine Panny. Anisha Patel. Gianna Patillo. Ashley Kate Perella. Shivangi Patati. Naya Nicole Roach. Madison Roberts. Rachel A. Richards, double major in English.
Jason Rosenberg.
Joseph J. Purse. Diavion Saunders, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Jenny Shee. Rachel Siu. Ishani M. Shah. Samir Sheikh, double major in human resource management. Megan Slough. Alicia Soni. Diana D. Sosa. Brianna Sosa Torres. Jeanette M. Sudsis. Pei Chi Tong, double major in criminal justice.
Christian Torres.
Christine M. Truong. Nadia Vincent. Katerina Vusinovic, double major in labor studies and employment relations. Maya E. Walker. Emily Rose Walling, double major in communication. Evan M. Wanzi. Xiaoshuan Wu, double major in psychology. Danielle Jessica Wysocki, double major in psychology. Chi Wen Yen, double major in psychology. Sui Chi Zhang, double major in art history. Xinyi Karen Zhang. Shirui Yi. Young Ju Yu. Joshua Leo Youngblood. Caitlin Yin. Luke Alexander Zukowski.
So as you're sitting, I want to offer my congratulations to all of our graduates. Not only did all of the undergraduates, or most of the undergraduates, study during, again, the darkest days of COVID, but many of you, many double majored, not just within the school. It's quite amazing. So congratulations. I would now like to introduce you to Tracy Ng, who is the president of the School of Management and Labor Relations Alumni Association. Tracy is going to say a few words to the class of 2023. Tracy.
Thank you, Dean Eaton, and good afternoon. My name is Tracy Ng, and I graduated from SMLR in 2015 with a bachelor's degree in human resource management. I'm also the current president of SMLR Alumni Association. On behalf of our Alumni Association, I'm honored to be here today to officially welcome you, SMLR class of 2023 graduates, to the School of Management and Labor Relations Distinguished Community of Alumni. Woo! One of my fellow executive board members refers to the Alumni Association as extension of your college career. The Alumni Association can help you maintain the network you develop in college and also create new connections. I maintain my college network and created new connections through the Alumni Association and receive fantastic support and guidance. I'm also enthusiastic to support my fellow alumni throughout their careers. We hope that you will join us for events, get involved in one of our project teams, or share your ideas for programs you might want to see from your alumni association. Through SMLR Alumni Association, you have the opportunity to receive support for your career, as well as give fellow alumni support for their careers. We hope to see you at one of the events later this year and look forward to connecting with you all soon. Congratulations on the accomplishments as a graduate of SMLR, and welcome to the Alumni Association. Thank you.
So we're almost there. As we conclude today's ceremony, a few final announcements. So there are refreshments for graduates and the guests immediately following the ceremony in the tent outside, which I'm sure you saw across the street there when you came in. Graduates, please remain in your seats until we have exited off of the platform here and your marshal is ready to lead you out. We also ask guests to meet your graduates outside of the building. So will all the graduates please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in the President of the University by the Board of Governors and Trustees, upon recommendation of the faculty, and by the authority vested in me as Dean of the School of Management and Labor Relations, I do now formally bestow upon each of you the degrees from the School of Management and Labor Relations with all the rights and privileges, obligations, responsibilities, and immunities appertaining thereto, both here and elsewhere. On this 13th day of May, 2023, I herewith declare, pronounce, and acclaim each and every one of you as graduates of the School of Management and Labor Relations at Rutgers University. Please now, and all together, enthusiastically turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations, School of Similar Class of 2023. So, will faculty, guests, and marshals please rise? As Dean of the School of Management and Labor Relations, I hereby formally adjourn this convocation.